Walkaround family, welcome back to another video. Today we have a 2024 Acura ZDX Type S and double apex blue pearl with the orchid interior. This is Acura's first fully electric SUV. Now the ZDX come in two different packages or trim levels. You have the a-spec and you have this Type S. This Type S will have the most horsepower, give you all of the features, it's fully loaded. Starting off with the front fascia of the ZDX, you have the Acura signature headlamp. So you have the dual style LEDs. So you can see the four individual LEDs in there. High beam, low beam. You have the LED daytime running light, which is the chicane style as well. And you do have LED turn signals. There's no LED fog lights available on the ZDX. And for the grille, because it's fully electric, technically you don't need a grille, but you still have that Acura kind of pentagon style grille, and you do have LED lights up at night, which is nice. Huge Acura emblem up above, well, in front, up above, and it does house your camera for your surround view camera system, which is standard on the Type S. On the lower portion of the bumper, you have some gloss black. You have this silver piece right here kind of cut into it. You have sensors within the bumper. You have some ventilation down here because the battery is liquid cooled, so taking some air down below. But you still have that Acura design cue when you see it. You know it's an Acura. Taking a look at the side profile of the Type S, it's a very long wheelbase. You can see from this wheel all the way to this wheel, you have plenty of room, plenty of space between. So it is a long vehicle. It's kind of short and wide. A lot of that transfer into the interior space. Now what's unique to the Type S are these 22-inch rims, and the tires are 275 with a 40 tire wall. Type S badging on the fender, let you know I got a performance ZDX and you don't. Brembo's up front with yellow calipers. And the Type S also comes in a performance package. So it's like a performance tire package where you get the performance tires and the rims is actually all black. So there's another version of the Type S technically you can get. On the side mirror over here, you do have gloss black, mostly on the whole mirror, LED turn signals integrated, and on the stand here, it is body colored. The double apex blue pearl, a really nice color. You can see it in the sun. This one is dirty, by the way, so you can't really get the full effect of the color, but it's a very loud color. It's in your face. The black roof is also unique to the Type S. If you get an a-spec, it will be body colored. On the lower portion, all of the colors will be silver. So a lot of people don't like, I guess, the silver on certain colors. I think it's fine. Above the wheel wells, it is gloss black, and this gloss black kind of tucks away underneath here, wraps around there, and you do get roof rails standard on the Type S. You also get these on the a-spec as well, so you can add crossbars if you wanted to. Come along to the rear. I think it's one of my favorite parts of the ZDX. You just have a unique rear, especially if you're comparing this to like the Cadillac Lyriq or maybe the Honda Prologue or the Blazer EV. The ZDX have its very unique look, very Acura distinctive look, especially the Prologue. The Prologue has a more standard normal look. This is a little bit in your face, but still not too much. On the top portion here, you do have a gloss black shark, I guess it's a shark fin style antenna. You do have a small window spoiler back here that's also gloss black. I mean, the whole roof, like I said, is gloss black. You have a third LED brake light. You do have a camera, a rear mirror camera that's only on the Type S, and you have a washer to clean that. Also, you have your backup camera. You do have an exposed rear wiper, and the ZDX kind of have this little deck piece right here. And there's a spoiler that you can add on here as an accessory that looks really nice with the Type S. And it just gives it a unique look. Full LED tail lights, so turn signals, brake lights, and reverse lights. You have your Acura emblem back here that's in chrome. Type S, that's in chrome. Haha, I got a performance ZDX, you don't. And then you have ZDX in chrome. And then you have the Acura E logo, let you know, full electric. I think all the full electric models will have that from now on. And you do have all-wheel drive. It's not super handling all-wheel drive because it's electric. It'll be your dual motor that makes it all-wheel drive. Your license plate lights is also LED. On the lower portion of the bumper, it is gloss black with sensors in there. No exhaust tips because electric. And like I said, this one's dirty, so there's a lot of dirt and dust all over it, but don't mind that. Now the key for the ZDX is going to be very identical to the Prologue key. This is very unique in the Acura lineup because all the other Acuras have a complete different style. You do have an Acura emblem in the back, this little silver part. You have lock, you have unlock, you have remote start on the key fob, power trunk. You do have your panic button, and you have a button right here to release the emergency key that's in the fob. Smart entry is standard on all 4 door handles, and it's a little bit different on the ZDX. Instead of you having a sensor behind the handle itself, it unlocks. You push this button to lock it, and you push this button to unlock it. Also, there's a hidden keyhole here for the emergency key. So that's on all 4 door handles. So if I wanted to, I can push this, and it'll lock the ZDX. And if you want to unlock, you push it again, unlock all the doors as well. Blind spot monitoring is standard on the ZDX, and it's right there on the side mirror. And you do have your charge port door here. For the charge door, you do got to push it in a little bit more harder than you would on a normal, I guess, charge door. So that's something to look into. And you do have your combo charger. I think this is the CSS or something like that. It's like a combo where you have a fast charging with the J177 put together. Now for 24, the ZDX it hasn't received the Tesla's, I think it's like an NA CCS or something like that charger. But I think from now on, 25 and beyond, this should be adapting that because everyone is actually going to the Tesla's charger. But push that guy back in there. Let's take a look at the inside of the ZDX. Like I said, this one is the Orchid interior. So the Orchid is going to be the lightest interior you can get. You can also get, I believe, ebony, and you can get red on certain colors. And might be one more. When we look at the brochure, we got to take a look at that. I'm still learning the ZDX too, by the way. So let's take a look at the door card over here. You have soft touch up here, soft touch here. This is soft touch. This soft touch. Like, see the Orchid, this thing can get dirty pretty fast, so be careful with your Orchid interior. You have auto up down for all windows. You have your mirror controls up here. Notice there's no window lock because that's in the display. I'll show you guys that in a second. To pop the trunk, it's kind of hidden back here on the lower portion of the door. You have a bottle holder, more storage. You do get the Bang & Olufsen sound system, which I think this started in the ZDX. The B&O system is a 18 premium sound system as well. So speaker down here as well. On the door portion here, the door portion, you have Type S standing right there. I think a-spec probably say a-spec. I gotta take a look at that and see. Taking a look at the driver's seat here, you do get a 16-way power adjustment, and you do have forward and back. You have up and down. You can move this portion right here, forward and back, and you can tilt this portion right here, up and down. You get a 4-way lumbar, I believe a thigh extender, and a bolstering adjustment as well, which you can have it right here. If you turn it, you can select it, but I'll show you guys that when we look in the infotainment display. On the passenger side, same thing. You can tilt this portion right here, up and down. You can move the whole seat up and down. You can adjust the back, forward and back. And then you do have your 4-way lumbar, thigh extender, and your, I already forgot what this is called, your bolstering adjustment as well. Before we jump into the ZDX, you do get 2 position memory seats on the driver door and on the passenger door, so you can have 4 adjustments, which is nice. It's a good step in because it's not too high, it's not too low. Kind of slide your way in here. And let's go ahead and close this door. So this is the interior of the ZDX. It'll show you your battery percentage when the vehicle is off. You have a standard push button start, so there's no hold or brake. It'll turn on by itself like a lot of EVs out there. A little bit more traditional in the ZDX. Bros to life. From factory, you will have this buckle to shift feature, which is it got annoying to me. You can turn off in the settings before you can go and drive to put your seatbelt on. Below the vent, you do have your parking brake, which is that silver P right there. With the mode is going to be your drive mode. So you can tap this and go between snow, normal, individual, and sport. You do have your lane keeping assist here, your auto hold there. And what's unique to the Type S is air suspension. So you can raise and lower your suspension on the Type S. So you hit this button right here, it'll tell you where you are, and you can either have it normal, raised, or increased, or you can have it super lowered as well. I'm gonna leave it on normal. And you have the interior dim switch here, and your steering wheel controls are power, so you can go up, down, in and out. And then for your pedals down below, you do have a standard dead pedals like rubber, plastic, and then you have your gas and brake. Simple down there. You pull once to pop the hood, and you pull again to release the latch that holds, it's like a locking latch, furnish that holds your hood closed. Let's take a look at the steering wheel here. So because you do have this partnership with the ZDX, the steering wheel will look very familiar to some of you guys, especially your self-driving indicator up here. But on the left side of the steering wheel, it's going to be a little bit different than what you're used to, like in the MDX or the RDX or TLX and other Acuras. The cruise control features is on the left side. So you have cruise on and off, cancel, you have resume, set. You have the your adjustments for your gap adjustment there, so you can make it, you know, either further, closer, however you want to. And then you do have self-driving here as well too. So it's called hands-free cruise. Right now I'm in a parking lot, so I can't turn on the hands-free cruise. But you have to turn on cruise first, and you can use that feature. On the right side, you have your voice command, you have your shortcut to your audio, you have answer and hang up, you do have heated steering wheel standard, and you do have a pretty much a select button here, and this will change the view of your display here. So I believe this is an 11-inch display, and this is an 11.3-inch touchscreen display. So on the 11-inch, you can view pretty much the Google Maps, because Google Maps is built in on the ZDX. You can have a display here that shows your safety features and audio you're listening to, or you can put your speedometer in the middle with a power gauge and today's date and time and things in that nature. So 3 different customizations you can have there. And flat bottom steering wheel, Type S, you have that there. Flat black on the middle portion here. The steering wheel is leather wrap. It's perforated on the grips. And like I said, you have the hands-free cruise indicator up above. Behind the steering wheel, you're going to have volume. That's behind here. And then behind here, you're going to have, I think, next track and previous. You also have a button right here you can pull in. This is for your regenerative braking. Pretty much if you pull this while driving, the ZDX will brake and use that energy to send it back to your battery. So it's kind of almost like one pedal braking almost back here. And then on your stock here is a little bit different than what you're used to than, like I said, MDX, RDX, things of that nature. You do not have a headlight switch on the ZDX. So this left stock is going to be your signals. You have your front wipers. You have your rear wipers. Let me turn that guy off. Rear wipers, and you can clean the wipers by pushing this guy in, and it's still high beam. And to pass is the old school terminology. On the right stock is a shifter column. So instead of having a shifter in the middle, you either hold the brakes, and you can, I don't know if it's gonna let me, it might take me to put my seatbelt on, but you go up and down for drive. Oh, there we go. You can hear it whirling on the outside. You can go towards you and up for reverse, and then just forward for neutral, and then you push in for park. So that's going to be something new for a lot of Acura buyers, because this is the only Acura that has this column shifter right now. And with your hands-free driving, you do have a camera right here that will watch your face to make sure you're paying attention while you're using the hands-free drive. It's autonomous drive. So it's self-driving, actually. So I think the Type S is the only, ZDX Type S is the only Acura right now that has this feature, but I'm sure it'll come to other vehicles pretty soon. On your 11-inch display here, it views basic information. Since I'm in this display, top left, you have your compass, outside temperature, top right, what gear you in, who have the seatbelts on, you know, you have your power meter in this one, this is the odometer, how many miles you have on your range, on your battery, and ready will show you that your ZDX is on. And just basic information. Very easy to use. If you like a traditional interior, you're going to love the ZDX because it's really simple in here. So taking a look at the 11.3 touchscreen display, this is another very easy display to operate. I'm going to start from the bottom. So you have your home. This will bring you pretty much all your apps here. So you can see vehicle status, Google Assistance because you have Google built in, Play Store because you have Google built in. You can sign in and download apps to your ZDX. You can have some options back there. You have charging. So from here, you can change how much you want your ZDX to charge. Acura recommends when you're driving around town to charge your ZDX up to 80%. But if you go on a long trip, like out of state, then you can go in here and you can actually change this bar and put it to 100% instead. Also from your app, you can adjust the percentage you want your ZDX to charge to, but Acura recommends 80%. You have Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, wireless, like I said. The Type S also comes standard with Acura's surround view camera. So if you hit camera, it'll give you pretty much all around the ZDX itself. You can see the front. If you hit this down here, you can see what's behind you. And then you have a top-down view from the front. You have a top-down view from the rear. You have a front wheel view, so you can see if you turn the wheel, it'll turn in there as well too. You can see that the wheel is turning, and you can view the rear wheels as well. And you can turn off the surround and just have this camera system. And when you're in reverse, you have your guideline view here. Easy to use, like I said, real simple. If you get a a-spec, you get a normal rear view camera. You don't get the surround view. You have a dedicated ambient lighting option here, and you can adjust the upper and lower. So upper is going to be the dash, the door. Lower is going to be more of the footwells down below. Plenty of different colors you can choose from. Same thing for the lower as well. And you can link it to drive mode too. So if you go into sport mode or normal or individual, you can have it where the lights automatically adjust based on the mode that you are in. You do have an auto park feature, which is standard in the Type S. So you can parallel park out of there, no parallel parking. On the second page, you have a dedicated climate option here. So you do have physical buttons down below, but up here you can also adjust the temperature. Actually, let me turn it on so you guys see what that looks like. So you can see the temperature. You have a tri-zone climate control, so the rear passengers can have their own temperature. Passenger can have their own temperature. Driver can have their own temperature. If you hit sync, then you're controlling all three zones. You have to come to the screen if you want to put sync on, because there's no dedicated sync button down here. You also can adjust the fan speeds here as well. So plenty of different options. You do have heated front seats, and you have ventilated front seats, but we'll show you guys that in a second. Going back to home, you do have built-in Wi-Fi hotspot, audio. Here you have many different options. So AM, FM, Sirius XM, Bluetooth, Google News, USB, and Google Podcast because of Google built in. Next to that, you have Maps, and you have a shortcut to Maps too. So this is going to be Google Maps. It'll look exactly how it looks on your computer, which is nice. So let's go back to home, and your phone. So either Bluetooth or Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. Controls. For controls, you can control certain things that's not on the door or just not an option anymore. For example, your child locks, it's up here. It's not on anywhere on here. And when you turn it on, you can actually hear the doors locking back there. Heads up display, and you can either turn it on and off, brightness, height, and rotation. And you can see that guy right there, the dome light. So you can turn on all the lights in this interior from the screen. Your power window lockout is back here. You have the camera again, traction control on and off, auto high beam, auto park, and parking assist. If you go to see more controls, this is where you can set up your garage opener, because you don't have a button on the rear view mirror anymore. It's going to be built into your display. And you have drive and park here too, where you can control your drive. So one pedal driving, traction control, auto park, things of that nature. It's like a shortcut to all your driving features. You also get Acura Link plus OnStar. So OnStar is built into the ZDXs now. So if you ever get into an accident or you need to talk to someone, an assistant or anything like that, you get a free trial of OnStar. And actually you need to have OnStar on to use some of your features, such as your security package, your remote package. All that stuff won't work until you hook up OnStar and you sign up for Acura Link and you sign into your ZDX as well. So all that stuff is all tied together, and you get free trials on almost everything, but you can't get the free trial unless you sign up for Acura Link. So when you buy one at your dealership, your salesperson is going to sit with you in here and set you up. You guys are going to hit OnStar and get set up and all that good stuff. So let's go back to home. Right here is a screen you can customize what do you want. So for example, I can have, Trip, Google Assistance, or audio on this display, and here I can have navigation, tire pressure, and audio. So it's a customized display. You do have your audio, which we went to as well. You have Google Maps built in, and then either Bluetooth or Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. And here's a shortcut to the controls on the top left, so you can see your heads-up display. Pretty much the settings you saw me just went through in the home page. There's a shortcuts to get there. And speaking of shortcuts, up above you do have this little feet symbol here. Let me show you guys so you can focus. So you see a little feet symbol there, the light, and the notification. So if you hit the feet, you can turn one pedal driving on and off. Now, if you want it to be very aggressive, you have to hit set level and you have to hit high. So normal and off, you can turn on and off between that button up there. But if you want high, you have to get into the screen to get to high. You can't just put high up there. And then here, this is for your headlights. So you have off, auto, parking, and on. So no more on the switch like I showed you earlier. The headlights is on the display up above, and you have this bell for your notification. If any notification for anything, you can see if your 4G LTE built in, and your location for the Google Maps, outside temperature, and time. So just by looking at this display, it's really simple and easy to use. You don't gotta dive into a bunch of menus, different settings. Speaking of settings, let's go into settings. But everything is just right here. All the shortcuts are right here, which you're gonna use, and you're good to go. So here you have vehicle settings, notifications, profiles. This is guest because I'm not signed in, but once you sign into your ZDX, you can have multiple different profiles in your ZDX, which is nice as well. But a lot of different options you can change down there. Below your display, you do have your air vents. The material here is just like a soft touch. It's like plastic, and you have a vent over there as well. And these are standard vents. There's no like button or like a slider, or like a lot of new cars nowadays are doing all this electronic vents and things like that. This is standard, traditional. Move it wherever you want. You're good to go. Down below that, you do have your climate controls. It is tri-zone, driver, passenger, and in the rear. And this left knob is going to be your temperature. You have ventilated front seats. That's unique to the Type S. So you have on 3 different levels, and heated 3 different levels. So this one is defrost, face, feet. You have on and off for the whole system. Actually, I don't need it on right now. You have your heated and ventilated for your passenger. And then you have auto. You have your max defrost for the front, rear defroster, your fan speed, air circulation. And then you have a dedicated AC button and a dedicated heat button as well. So if you want the heat on, make sure you turn that guy on. You want the AC on, turn that guy on. And then the passenger's adjustment. So very simple, easy to use. Below that, you have 2 USB-C ports. You have a power outlet here as well. This mat looks like it's a charging pad, but it's not. It's just for storage. There's nothing really down there. It is a 2-tier system, so you can put additional storage down there as well. You can see it from the passenger side that you can have a little pass-through down there. There's nothing really going on down there. And then you have your cup holders here. And decent size, can fit some bigger cup holders, which is nice. And your wireless phone charging pad is right here. And it is like a pocket phone style. So you drop your phone in here, and it'll charge your phone, but one phone at a time because it's smaller. And maybe I do need AC. I lied to myself. Get a little warm in here. Now you have your armrest here. That's soft touch, single stitched. And when you open this guy up, you do have a light in there, and that's pretty much it. There's no connections or anything like that. Just a light. It's pretty big though. Big storage. Taking a look at the glove box here, it is lockable. And let's open this guy up. It is damped. It's not lined with felt, but it is bin style, and it lights up in there. Have an LED light in there. And then the dash here is soft touch, and this is soft touch. It's a little bit more. It's soft, but not as soft as these pieces right here. This is just plastic with some silver cut into it. Now taking a look above your infotainment display, you do have your rearview mirror. That is also a digital rearview mirror, so it could be a camera. So that's a camera, and that's unique to the ZDX. I don't think no other Acura has this right now. So you either can have your standard rearview mirror, or you can turn on the camera. Just in case you have rear passengers or you have storage and you can't see out that window, you can always see what's coming out here. And then you have some controls down here for the camera, so you can go through brightness, adjust it, things of that nature as well. Oh, that's cool. You can move the camera. Look at that. I just learned that just now. But yeah, you have your different settings there. For the garage openers, usually on Acuras, it's sitting right under here, but it's on the display now. So you can go into remote, set up your garage opener. You don't have to worry about having a physical button here. Above your rear view camera, you do have here, this is like a Acura Link Assistant. So this can give you like your Wi-Fi password to your ZDX, things like that. You have OnStar built in. You speak to an agent once you press that. And then this is for emergency contacts. Your hazards is up here. And then you have some statuses for your airbags off, things like that. You do have individual lighting, and there are LED. And same thing for on this guy. Look how it gradually comes and gradually goes away. That's like a very premium feature there. And you do have a panoramic moonroof up here. So this whole shade can open, and the middle one is for the shade. So you push that guy up. You can see it'll open up all the way. Now only the front portion can actually open, this portion right here, but that back portion will be glass only, but letting a lot of light, it feels more airy in here once you have that open. And then you do have your slide, so this can open the whole moonroof. It'll open So it goes up and over, and then you have slide, which will ventilate it as well. So let's go ahead and close that up because the sun is poking out, and I'm glad it's finally getting a little bit warm because it's been so cold. Now, part of the B&O sound system, you can probably notice the speakers in the ceilings as well. So nice, really sound. Acura is going away from the ELS. So a lot of people love the ELS, but the B&O system is actually a really good sounding system. Let's take a look at your door window visors. I got stuck just now. I didn't even know what this was called. So these, it look LED, but I don't think they're LED. I don't know. But you get a mirror. You get 2 lights, which is nice. Let's take a look at the passenger. And same thing, mirror with 2 lights. And then let's jump out of here and let's take a look at the rear passenger. And part of the B&O sound system, you do have these unique looking tweeters as well. So let's jump out of here. You're gonna get, if you leave this door open, it keeps bonging, and only on the driver door. So make sure you close the driver door because that's gonna drive you crazy. But the rear doors open, not too wide, but a decent width. On the passenger door, when was the last time you seen door locks, like a physical door locks? That's actually nice to see. You do have peasant blockers, and they hook up here. Down below, you do have soft touch here, soft touch there. That's also soft touch, black stitch. And I didn't show you in the driver door, but you have this like kind of like aluminum look finish here. It looks really nice, very shiny. B&O, a tweeter here, another speaker down below. You have auto window control there, and you do have one bottle or the storage down there. Before we get to the rear seats, I forgot to show you guys the seats. So they are perforated. You do got some suede right here in the middle. Perforated in the middle, unique piping, and these are premium leather. Type S's are embroidered into the headrest, and look like this can go, oh, okay, so instead of you squeezing the neck, this go up and down just from the side. It don't go forward and back like the MDX or the RDXs, or the TLXs. But still a nice seat, and it hugs you. This is the first ZDX I'm doing, so a lot of things I am forgetting. So on the driver's seat, I was telling you guys that you have the little switch you can twist, and when you twist the seat, you can do your back bolster, your lumbar, or your cushion length as well too. So a thigh extender as well, and that same thing on the passenger side. The most Acuras can do this, but this layout is a little bit different on the ZDX. Now that we saw the driver's seat, we can take a look at the rear passenger seat. Same thing, still perforated in the middle. Some suede on here as well. You have a quick access to your child seats or booster seats here. The tethers is sitting right under here, so it's easy to use. Let's jump into here. And then behind the driver's seat is actually pretty far back, and you still have plenty of leg room. Mat pocket here actually comes out, but it doesn't have like sides, so that's interesting. You do have a mat pocket behind the passenger, same thing. I guess it's mostly for like paper and things, because stuff is gonna fall out the side. And what's unique to the ZDX, the Type S actually, you get air vents back here, but you get your own climate control back here. So the a-spec will not give that to you. Also, you get heated seats back here that you cannot get on the a-spec. So you have fan speed, you have auto, the different modes, the temperature, heated seats on the other outboard seats. Who cares about the person sitting in the middle? And you do get 2 USB-C ports down here, and yes, you get a household outlet down here. Because of electric, you barely get a hump down here, so whoever sits in the middle, their feet can sit fine. Carpet actually feels nice and soft as well. And you can see sitting back here, speakers on the roof like I mentioned before, LED lighting for the rear passengers, same thing on this side. So it's a nice place to be. It's very spacious, very spacious. These rear seats are fixed. They do not move forward and back, but you do get a middle armrest that floats. It don't just flops down, and you have cup holders here, and it is soft touch. And I believe the rear seats recline as well, I'm not mistaken. You have a 2-level reclinement. So this is 1 level, and then you can go back a little bit as well. So if you're a little bit more taller, trying to get more headspace, that's one way to do it. But sitting back here is a nice place to be, especially as a rear passenger. There's plenty of leg room because of that wheelbase, and it's really wide too, so you're not too close to the person sitting over here. Now let's jump out of here and take a look at the cargo space. You do have a power tailgate. I'm not too sure about the hands-free tailgate. When we look at the brochure, I'm gonna double check to see if you can kick underneath the bumper. It'll open and close for you, but you do have power tailgate, open and close for you. Now, back here in the ZDX, you lose some cargo space because I'm assuming this is the faster version of the ZDX. You have a bigger battery back here. I'm not too sure. But underneath the carpet here, you don't really have as much storage like an a-spec. The a-spec has a deeper storage that will go down deeper, but you get some storage back here. Front license plate. You get a little Velcro, probably hold like a charger if you want to add a charger or anything like that. And even with the seats up, plenty of, how much space you have back here? Plenty of room, plenty of space. The load floor is not too high. You do have some controls back here, so you can drop the left side of the seat. So you have left. Oh, you have to hold it. Okay, and then you have right. Okay, look at that. Drops for you. You have a power outlet back here. LED lighting. And a speaker part of that B&O system. And just look like a grocery hook. LED lighting. Another speaker. Tie down over there. Tie down over here. So you have some tie downs back here. Now you can't bring the seats back up. You have to manually walk around there and lift it back up. But it's nice that they fold down for you. It's not power. It's like a hydraulic, it looks like. But yeah, if you got to put stuff back here, you have plenty of room, easy to use. So I'm gonna go ahead and close this guy up, and we're gonna take a look at the brochure. Let's look at some color options, some color combinations, some interior combinations you can get on your Type S. Also, maybe if I missed some features. Welcome to the 2024 Acura ZDX Type S feature list. So during this video, this probably was the hardest walk around I've done so far, because I'm still learning the ZDX. Out of all of the Acura lineup, you know, I had to kind of, you know, learn more about them, 'cause I'm used to doing Hondas. But the ZDX, this thing was a little tricky, so I'm still working on this one. But let's start off with the powertrain. So the Type S only come in dual electric motors. If you get an a-spec, you can get rear-wheel drive, or you can get dual motors, which is all-wheel drive. But Type S, all-wheel drive, that's it. You can see here, all-wheel drive. The Type S makes 499 horsepower, 544 foot-pound of torque, and this has a 102 kilowatt battery capacity. So the Type S range is about 278 miles. If you go with an a-spec, it's over 300 miles of range, and this can tow up to 3,500 pounds. Now, the Type S, there's a lot going on right here. Pause the video, kind of look through it, or just go to Acura. I think it's AcuraInfocenter.com, and you can pull this one up too if you want to check it out. I'm going to briefly go through it. The bolded Type S, I think it means it's new to Acura, or it's exclusive to the ZDX right now. So the ZDX has its own version. It doesn't, this feature don't share with any other Acura, I believe. That's what that means, because you have adaptive air suspension. The MDX also have air suspension, but it's a different type of air suspension. So I think that's why they have it Type S. 22-inch Berlina Black with machine finish aluminum alloy wheels, 275/40 22 high performance all season tires. You do get the Brembos on the Type S. The a-spec, I don't think the a-spec get Brembos. Maybe I do. I can't recall. I have to do an a-spec. I haven't done an a-spec yet at the time of recording. But on the exterior, so you get the sport appearance, you get the gloss black roof. So yeah, the a-spec gets body colored. The Type S get the black roof. I like the black roof. It looks clean. You get a power lift tailgate with hands-free access. You do get a rear tailgate spoiler camera and washer. So that is unique to the Type S, and that's unique to the ZDX Type S. No other Acura has that. Type S interior sport appearance package, ebony headliner, stainless steel sport pedals. Okay. Keyless access system with Acura. You get a key card. So I forgot that this thing comes with a key card. Now with the key card, you can use it to unlock the doors, but I don't think you can use it to start the vehicle. I could be wrong. I've never used it before, so I'm not too sure what's going on with that. But yeah, you get a key card with the Type S. Ambient LED cabin lighting, door handle, instrument panel, console, and footwell. So the a-spec is also has ambient lighting, but I think you get more ambient lighting in the Type S. You get the 16-way power seats with power lumbar, thigh extension, side bolsters, heated and ventilated front seats. You can't get the ventilated on the a-spec. You get the perforated Milano leather seats with embossed Type S logo. The driver's side, 2-position memory seats. The passenger get the 2-position memory seats as well. I think the a-spec doesn't get that. Heated rear seats, only on the Type S. And when I say only on the Type S, I'm trying not to compare to other Acuras. I'm trying to compare a-spec to Type S. You get the Type S digital rear view mirror. That's new for Acura. No other Acura has that right now. And you get the tri-zone climate control. The a-spec will give you a dual zone. You get a heads-up display. Both a-spec and a Type S will get the 11 and 11.3 touchscreen display. Google built in for 3 years. You get the B&O premium system with 18 speakers, HD radio, Sirius XM, all the good stuff, wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. You do get a 110 volt outlet in the second row, which is nice. Hands-free cruise, so self-driving, which is nice. There is a little camera. I didn't mention this in the video. There's a little camera that watch your face to make sure you're paying attention when you're using that feature. Type S give you the surround vision system. So on other Acuras, this is called surround view camera system. So they word it differently on here because I think there's some extra views that this has that the normal Acuras don't have either. And when I say normal Acura, remember the Type S is a shared platform. So it is shared with GM. So that's why things are different on the Type S or the ZDX in general, like the steering wheel, you know, the door handles, the switch buttons, the shifter column, OnStar. But even some of the GM models like the, I think it's the Cadillac Lyric and the Blazer EV don't have like Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and a few things that they don't have that these have. So a lot of GM people are actually entering Honda because Honda got a Prologue, and ZDX because of some features they're missing in GM, and Honda and Acura has it, especially Acura. So all the safety features are standard as well. Reverse automatic braking. You gotta be careful when you're reversing your ZDX. If somebody walks near the back of the car, it's gonna brake. It brakes instantly. So you even have front pedestrian braking too. So front and rear. So that's interesting. Traffic sign recognition, automatic braking, forward collision warning. So yeah, you get all your safety goodies. Side blind zone alert, lane change alert, rear cross traffic alert, rear cross traffic braking. So some of these features that normal Acuras don't have. 6 parking sensors, 6 in the front and 6 in the rear. Automatic parking assist, so can park for you, which is different. Rear pedestrian alert, lower anchors and teeters for child seats, all the good stuff. And then there is a Type S with performance wheel and tire package. So this is technically another trim. I mean, it's a Type S, but it's another variant of a Type S. So this comes with the black, pretty much the same wheels, but they're blacked out, and then you get high performance tires. So they're not all seasons; they're more stickier tires. Let's jump in. Let's go build us a ZDX, and you'll see it right here. So you'll start off with either single motor or dual motor for the a-specs, and then Type S is only dual motor. So if you get a single motor, which is rear-wheel drive, is only 358 horsepower on this model. I haven't even seen one of these yet, to be honest. But if you get a dual motor a-spec for 90 horsepower, and then once you get the Type S, it's 499. So 9 more horsepower, but you're really getting a Type S for all the features standard. You know, it is more power, but you're really getting it for fully loaded. So let's go ahead and jump in and build one of these guys. And you have the Type S or the wheel and tire package. We're gonna go to Type S. Here are all your exterior colors, and starting off with Mercury Silver Metallic. You have the option between ebony or red interior. This is the only color you can get that there's no premium charge. If you look at Snowfall Pearl, Cosmic Black, Scarlet Red, Double Apex Pearl, and Tiger Eye, all is a 600 charge besides Mercury Silver. We saw the Orchid interior, so let's show you what the black looks like, which is ebony. And I like it. I like it with the red stitching. It actually looks nice. It's a nice sporty interior. If it's too boring for you, then you have the red, which this red is not this bright in person. You need to go look at this red in person. It's not this bright. It's very bright on the screen right now. Look at it in person. It's not that bright. I sold the black with red, and yeah, the red is not that bright. But let's go back and take a look at some other colors. So you have Snowfall Pearl, which you can get ebony or red interior, Cosmic Black Metallic, ebony or red, Scarlet Red Metallic, ebony or orchid, and you have Double Apex Blue Pearl, which we're doing, which gives you ebony or orchid, and Tiger Eye Pearl. I recently just sold one of these too with the orchid interior. The Tiger Eye is a beautiful color. Definitely beautiful color. Double Apex Blue Pearl with the orchid interior is what we're going to choose. So let's look at the interior. So we already know what the orchid looks like. It's a very light, it's a light interior. So you really got to be careful with this interior. It's a very light. But if you're not sloppy, you can take care of yourself. You're by yourself, you don't have kids, maybe. Fine interior to have. Now, when you buy a ZDX, Acura gives you an option of 3 packages to choose from. It's a free option. And package A will be a home charging bundle. So you get home charging station, install credits, and charging credits. So for example, Acura will apply $500 towards installation. And I believe you have to get installed through their contractors. So if if it costs $600 to install it, they pay for $500. You pay $100, and they give you $100 in public charging credits with EVgo. Now EVgo is interesting because there isn't not one EVgo in New Mexico. I mean, they do have it in different states, but I'm in New Mexico. There's no EVgo, so I believe I don't know if they're working on you can use these credits in other stations, but it's interesting that this is who they're working with, but we don't have it here in New Mexico. You have Package B, which is the portable charging bundle. It gives you the portable charging kit, install credits, and charging credits. So they will give you $250 towards installation if you end up buying a home kit, and $300 of public charging credits. So these are mostly for people that maybe have a charging, home charge station already from another car, another brand, but you have one already and you don't need to buy another one again. So you go with this. What's been very popular, because so far everyone I've sold this car to, this is their first EV, so they don't have a home charger. Everyone mostly choose a home charger and buy this separate, because if you choose the portable charger and you want to buy the home charger is like $750 or something like that. Well, we're going to look at that in a second. So it makes sense to get the $750 charging for free and then pay $350 for this. And then you have C, which is public charging credit. And this is if you have a home charger and you probably already have a portable charger. You don't need none of that. $750 of charging credit, which is nice. Or maybe you live, I don't know, at an apartment or something like that, and you don't have a garage, or you don't have somewhere to like your own driveway or anything like that. Maybe this will come in handy. I don't know. I think it's more for people that already have a charging station. So this is a popular package here, but you can get any of them. But we're going to skip that. Oh, do I have to choose one? I do have to choose one before I even get to accessories. That's crazy. So let's act like we're doing a home charger. It don't change the price of the car. This is free when you pick one, so it don't really matter. Now let's look at the accessories. So on the ZDX, you have your standard accessories that Acura usually have available on their vehicles. For example, all-season protection package 1, 2, 3, and it depends if you want splash guards, wheel locks, cargo tray, or all seasons, splash guards, cargo tray. Well, depends on the combination. You have the regular protection package, valve stem caps. You can add black wheel lugs because they're chrome from factory. You can get a carbon mirror cover, which is nice. You can black out your emblems. So gloss black emblem kit. What is this? It comes with multiple different things, or so it says kit includes gloss black front and rear A-mark emblems and gloss black ZDX emblem. Interesting, because that's $210, and then what is this? This is for the Type S by itself. The Type S by itself is $250, but the front isn't like the radar on the front. So that's interesting. So this is for the all-wheel drive badge, and then this is for the E badge. And I'm assuming one of these come with the ZDX badge if you decide to choose so. Front underbody spoiler. Is it a real spoiler or is it just a canard? Let's see. Let's add that. See what it looks like. See what it adds. And it looked like it's going to be... Oh, it's actually a real spoiler. I'm shocked. Acura left to have the corner spoilers, so... Okay, so you actually have a real spoiler. You can... Oh, look at that. You can add the grill. You don't add a grill, but it blacks out to make it look like a grill. That's actually... I think that looks better than body color, in my opinion. Let's take a look at that. See what that looks like. Maybe... That's okay. I mean... Maybe on the blue... Maybe on the white it looks way better. I don't know. Lower door trim, rear diffuser. Let's take a look at the rear. See what that looks like. This is my first time like dressing up with all of the accessories. Oh, that's not bad. I'm actually really shocked how these diffusers and lips are looking, because usually it's not that, it's not like a whole piece. Usually it's just like a side or something like that. Even like this, look, you get a whole side skirt. Let's see. You get a whole side skirt. So you can really dress up your ZDX to how you want it. Now, in the video, I mentioned about a carbon fiber tailgate spoiler. This is a cool accessory because look how that looks in the rear. That's cool. This angle, actually, that angle's kind of weird. But you got to see this in person. I've seen this. So I got flown out to do a prologue training, and they had a ZDX there with this accessory on it, and it looks good in person. I don't know. The angles on this thing is not making it look good, but it looks good, trust me. But yeah, crossbar attachments. You get your hitch you can add back there, door edge film, protection film, splash, your basic Acura stuff, all season mats, cargo tray. It doesn't come with a cargo cover, so you do have to buy that. first aid kit, rear seat back protectors, cargo net. So you have some accessories. It's not that much, to be honest, but you have some accessories. Let's no thanks, thank you. Let's go to the summary, look at the pricing. So the base price on this guy starts around, oh, this is, oh, okay, I gotta click it. I'm like, where's the pricing? 73,500 is starting MSRP. You do pay $600 for the exterior color, and destination handling is $1,350. You're looking at a total of $75,450. Now, as I'm recording this video, Acura do have the tax credit for buying an EV that's produced in the United States, and the way how it's produced is like an ethical way and things like that. $7,500, and then I think if you lease one right now, you can get another $4,000 off on top of that. So you can get $7,500 off the price plus another $4,000. Can we see it from here? I think we should be able to see it from here. Let's double check. All right, here we go. If you ever want to look at some incentives on Acuras, when you're building one, you can go to shop and it'll show you all the offers. So for a ZDX right now, whether you lease a ZDX or if you purchase a ZDX, you have the $7,500 tax credit right now. It expires in June, but I'm hearing that not that it's going to go away, but they may lower that amount. So I'm not too sure. But this says it expires in June, so I don't know. But you have that. And then if you have loyalty or conquest, Acura is doing another $4,000 as well, too. So I think I said $4,000 if you lease. It's not $4,000 if you lease. It's $4,000 if you're a loyalty. If you have like a luxury brand, you trade it in, or you don't have to trade it in. If you have a luxury brand, or if you have a 24 or newer Acura, or 14 or newer Audi, you can get the $4,000. So this is crazy money that they're pushing this incentive because right now, not too many people are buying electric cars, but I will say these have been very popular. I've been having a lot of customers come in, asking about them, curious about them, and I've sold 4 of them so far, I think. And I've only been there for about a month and a half. Yeah, I've sold 4 ZDXs already. So people are interested in it, but everyone is taking advantage of the 7,500 and the $4,000. And definitely, if you're interested in an electric vehicle, I recommend to lease one of these to see if this is the right thing for you. Like if an electric car is for you, lease it, lease for 3 years, see if you love it. If you hate it, go back to buying a gas car. Or technology is advancing so fast that these electric cars they're just gonna advance so fast and so early that after 3 years, we're gonna have the next ZDX upgraded one. It's probably gonna be even more range or more technology. Like you can purchase an EV, like you pay cash for it or you finance and keep it. But I really recommend leasing it. These cars are new, it's new to Acura. They're first electric vehicles, and just EVs are only going to get better from here. So if you're interested in one of these guys, like I said, definitely try to lease one. See if you qualify for the incentive as well. Get the 7,500, get it before it's gone, or if they lower it down to maybe 4,500 or 3,500, whatever. That's just free money just on the table right now. So they're pushing out some incentives, and you can't get that on nothing else in Acura right now. So, and if you finance this thing, actually, look what they got. They got 0% up to 72 months. 0% up to 72 months. I know EVs is not for everyone, so some people are like, I would never buy an EV, but if you want to kind of just see what the hype is about or just get your feel of it, lease one or check one out. Go test drive one. Before I started with Acura, because you guys saw, I've been with Honda and I've done some prologues on this channel. And the prologues are nice, they're fun, they're smooth, but the ZDX is a whole nother level for the prologue, for sure, 100%. Anyways, I'm going to stop yapping. Drop a comment below. Let's talk about the ZDX. Do you like it? Do you hate it? Why am I doing a 24? 25s are not out yet, and we're in 25. And I think Acura is gonna release. They will release some 25s. I'm not sure, but they might do a small run, and then after that's up, probably the next generation ZDX or refresh or a different chassis or whatever. Because probably saw that Acura released the RSX, and that's Acura's their own chassis. They're not like sharing a chassis, so I'm sure the ZDX is probably gonna follow suit. I don't know, but anyways, let's talk about it. Drop a comment below. Thank you for watching. I will catch you in the next walk around.